Now, come on up, Ashley. I have to tell you that if you would have met Ashley, and her friends will tell you this, if you'd have met her 3 months ago and knew she and said she was coming up here, they'd have said, no way, it was never going to happen. But Ashley has done an entire transformation since she came into Celebrating Home. She is still brand new, and she hasn't completed Smart Start yet because she hasn't had a chance and hasn't had to yet, but she has done 5 shows, and she has made a profit of $811.81 and has gotten 2 of her gift certificates and is almost to the 3rd one. We're excited it will happen this month. But Ashley has, and I've seen her speech, so I'm so excited. Even if you have to read it, Ashley. Go for it.
I am going to have to read off the paper.
That's okay.
If you don't mind.
Go for it.
Okay, well, I'm going to start out. To start off, I would like to share a bit about myself. My name is Ashley Armstrong. I became a designer in March of this year. I live in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. I am 23 years old, and I am a full-time single mother of 2 beautiful children. I love meeting new people, and I really enjoy being around friends and family. And like Donna said, if you were to ask me a year ago or even a few months ago if I would ever consider joining Celebrate at Home, I would probably have laughed at you and said there's no way. I've always had the biggest fear of speaking in front of groups of people, and I just couldn't see myself doing it. I first was invited to a Celebrating Home party from a friend of mine earlier this year. I knew I liked the product they had, but was not in a spot where I could afford to buy anything. My friend said, just come and enjoy the food. I just want people to show up. So of course I went, and of course I found several items that I had wanted, but was unable to buy at that point. While everyone else was placing their orders, I was talking with one of my friends. She had just booked a party with Donna. She was telling me that I should also book because I can receive free product. I said, I can't, I live in a small apartment, and I don't even know if I could get people to actually come if I had one. After listening to them talk about the hostess gifts and the amount of product a person can actually earn for free, I gave in and said, all right, book me, I'll host a party. A little later, I hosted my party, or a month later, I hosted my party, and it turned out to be a lot more fun than what I had expected. I was pretty excited that I was able to get almost $200 worth of product, and I think I ended up paying about $22 total with that month's special. I was truly shocked at what I was able to earn just from hosting a party. As my designer was packing, Donna, as she was packing up her things after the party, we got talking about the opportunity to join. I asked her, realistically, how much did you just make for presenting your product at my party? She said, already without closing the party, I made about $130. She was only at my house for maybe 3 hours. She said, you easily could do this. As she gave me more details, I was listening but secretly telling myself there was simply no way I could do what Donna does. She has been doing this for years. I can't make the amount of income that she has, or that she does with just starting out. I also couldn't bear the thought of standing up in front of people and being able to talk about product. I have always felt like I freeze in front of groups, and my luck is I'd probably forget my name when I got up there. I told her no way. I don't think I could ever do it. She said to think about and let her know if I wanted to hear more about the opportunity to give her a call. I couldn't help but ponder the idea after hearing about the potential income. A couple of weeks later, I had found myself really struggling. My monthly bills were really starting to build up, and I was unable to pay it. To be completely honest, this is about the time that I had a true breakthrough with my faith. I had been struggling for quite some time now with money, and every day I would continue to push myself to be optimistic and positive. I kept praying that I would be able to find a great paying job that could fully support the 3 of us. I wasn't having any luck. Not only did I need a good paying job, but also something that would work with my new daycare hours that I had available. It was also very important for me as a mother to have time left over in a day to spend some special quality time with my children. I don't want to be so worn out from a day of working that there's just no energy left over to fulfill my duties to be a good mother. I was getting so discouraged and frustrated. I have mostly worked in the healthcare field, but I was now having a very difficult time finding a job after having my son. I had been applying for several jobs in my town and not having any luck finding one that offered hours that I had available. I would like to share with you what I feel brought me to Celebrating Home. There's one specific evening that I can remember that I really had a huge impact on my life. It was in mid-March of this year. After I put my children to bed, I finally had a chance to sit down and relax. I had picked up my mail and sat down to read it, to go through it, and the first one I opened was my electric bill. It showed notice of proposed disconnection, total amount due $234.70. Disconnection amount needed was $103.46, and the disconnection date was set for April 8th. I felt so far stuck between a rock and a hard place. I am a very strong woman and I can handle a lot at one time, but I just couldn't handle much more at this point. I literally dropped down to my knees and started praying to God. It was not a prayer I've ever done before. I've never gotten down to pray. I prayed for over a half hour that night, while sobbing, and I continued to pray for strength, guidance, and answers. Later on in the week, I decided to call Donna and ask her when her next training was going to be for anybody that was interested in joining. And it happened to be that very same week she had one planned. I went to the meeting right in her home and found out all the information that I had needed. After reviewing everything and putting it in a lot of thought, I decided to join. She offered all of my training along with ongoing training as well. I did all the training online, and I also got on the phone and started listening to the conference calls that Celebrating Home does on a weekly basis. I was amazed when I heard them start out the training call by saying a prayer of thanks to the Lord. I really liked that. I told Donna my goals, and she said she would help me reach them, and she did. I had my grand opening on March 26th, and in the month of March, with only 5 days left after my party, I had gotten sales of $1,009.94. That gave me a profit of $353.48. I was able to pay my electric bill after that night of my party, of the very same night. The thing I love most about Celebrating Home is that a person can literally do as much or as little as you want with your business. With my business, I have chosen to do a lot of marketing and have been able to work from home a lot. I have gained so much confidence and strength since I've joined. I literally took a huge leap of faith by joining this company, and I am succeeding and it feels wonderful. I think I'm doing quite well with it as I'm very close to earning my Smart Start, which means I will be getting my full refunds money back. So I will have earned over $350 in free product, which comes in the kit. I have also already gotten 2 recruits, and I've moved up to what the company calls a star designer. I am truly thankful that I was able to find Celebrating Home when I did, and that I have found something that will work great for me and my family. I recently was offered a full-time job at a healthcare company that I think I will really enjoy, so I will be able to continue doing my business with Celebrating Home as I can choose my own hours and work my new full-time job as well. My next goal that I'm working towards is earning a vacation for myself, and I also would like to bring my grandma along with me. Celebrating Home pays for vacations that designers can earn by reaching a certain goal. My sponsor, Donna, was able to go to Atlantis last month. It was and she brought us gifts back and pictures, swimming with the dolphins. It was a luxury vacation with her husband for 5 days on a Bahama resort. My dream is to be able to travel this world and also to live my life comfortably without having to worry of daily bills or monthly bills. I have found a way to make my dreams come true.